So one of the biggest mistakes I see content creators making, and I know a lot of these content creators, whether it be on Instagram, they may have like 1 million followers on Instagram and can't pay their rent because they're not turning into a return on investment. And I'm seeing a lot of this on LinkedIn. I'm seeing a lot of people with a lot of followers, a lot of comments, a lot of engagement that literally aren't turning any of it into return on investment. You see somebody who's got a lot of followers and he's got a lot of likes and a lot of comments, you think, geez, that's the secret. He's making lots of money. I've got to do that as well. And then you get there and you realize it's not the answer. You have to have a business model behind that that's turning it into return on investment. If I could give you one thing to take away from tonight, it would be not to just create this popularity without turning it into return on investment for your business. Because if we're not transferring it into business, why are we on there? What is the point of being on LinkedIn? You're probably better off going to networking functions and hitting the phones and knocking on doors. That being said, LinkedIn is over 600 million members now. It's growing at 2 members per second. It's been bought by Microsoft, so all of those Microsoft tools like Outlook and Word and Excel and stuff are starting to integrate with LinkedIn, which is giving them economies of scale. If we follow what's happened on Facebook and we follow what's happened on Instagram and we follow what's happened on YouTube to some extent as well, at the moment you can get a huge amount of organic traffic and organic traction on LinkedIn. That will not last forever. That will change. As soon as LinkedIn's happy with the amount of time that users are spending on LinkedIn, which is a lot more than they were, there's people spending a lot more time than they were a year ago, but when LinkedIn are happy with that, they'll drive down the organic traffic and they'll drive up the paid. There's a good chance that you'll be able to sponsor personal profile posts, but at the moment you can, like, Gary Vaynerchuk said recently in one of his videos that LinkedIn's one of the biggest opportunities for organic traffic at the moment.
I couldn't be more bullish on LinkedIn.
When you're posting on LinkedIn, that won't last. So like at the moment, I just think volume is really important. Like I try to post every day if I can, with the help of my media ninja, Andrew Morrissey, of course. I think first and foremost, you've got to remember that you don't own your audience, because it'll all depend on the ability to reach them. If the algorithm changes and it's like, okay, that's like Facebook, now you can only reach 5% of them without sponsoring a post, then you could have built up 100,000 followers and all of a sudden, what are they worth to you? Having a paid component also means you can scale a business. If you spend $100 and you get $200 back, that you can spend $100,000 and get $200,000 back. So I like that side of it. It's good because you can measure results and you can scale accordingly. At the moment, it's just really dependent on how good the creative is and where it leads from there. But the LinkedIn's missing out on a huge amount of revenue because it's not giving personal profiles the ability to be able to sponsor their posts and amplify their reach. At the moment, it's all done through company pages. So the businesses that are spending money on LinkedIn are these big corporates, like they can afford to spend $100,000 a month on advertising, and all of the entrepreneurs and the smaller businesses aren't spending money, because why would they? They can get more of a reach through the organic traffic that they post through their personal profiles, which they don't need to sponsor. So that will change. LinkedIn's, when they started, I saw their business plan for the second round of capital raising, and it was like, okay, we're going to create this database of CVs, and recruiters will use it to find talent. There was no mention of salespeople or marketers or entrepreneurs or anything like that in the second business plan they did. And so as LinkedIn grew and then people started using it to find clients and to market their businesses, they're like, oh, okay, wow, yeah, there's actually a whole nother market on here which we haven't catered for. And so they created things like Sales Navigator, where you can pay to message people you don't know, emails like they called. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I would like to message people I don't know. That sounds like a really good alternative. I bought the recruiter license. I got like 15,000 emails, I think it was. And I tested it over a 12-month period. And I found if my message was really good, like really on point, it was a really well-written message, I'll get 2 to 3% conversion rate, which is pretty similar to what you get in email marketing, right? Whereas if I find somebody, connect with them, and then send them a message, which is free, I get a 15% conversion rate. So at the end of 12 months, I had 5,000 emails sitting there which I didn't use, and I said, no, I don't want to renew. I'd rather use LinkedIn for free, and I'm going to get a much better conversion rate. And that's what all of our clients have been doing as well. So what I'm telling you is LinkedIn has really not foreseen that there'd be all these salespeople and marketers using the platform. So they're playing catch up. They're playing catch up because they want to monetize that market. And so I don't think that it'll be easy in a year's time as it is now to connect with people you don't know. I just think that opportunity will pass us by real quick, because LinkedIn will find a way to monetize that. So I think the opportunity at the moment is organic traffic through posts. I think it's connecting with people that are in your target audience, in your second degree network, so you know the same people you do, and generating return on investment through direct messaging. That's my 5 cents on the social media industry. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get Sam mic'd up.